whenever I did service design workshops, customer experience workshops with the goal of, okay, how do we stand up and support a better customer experience? It's been about the moment when the employees realize how they can help the customer, that somehow the magic happens. So that empathy for, now we understand what the customer really wants and how we can help. There is something in us humans that triggers all kind of good hormones when we're helping others. That is also where you can transcend barriers in an organization and collaborate differently. That's where you can go out of your comfort zone, because you feel deep down as a human, it's your moment to be helpful. And when you look at the research on longevity, what makes the people that live happy until they're plus 100 or 120, yes, they eat vegetables, they have a little garden, they move, but actually it all comes down to the relationships that they keep and the sort of social conduct that they have going on. If you look at Harvard's long study on healthy long lives, it's all the relationship quality when you're 50 that matters. So there is something in what drives us collectively to help each other that basically is about relationships, and all the things that we talk about with experiences. There are little artifacts and scenarios and strands of story that play out around relationships. Because what you're saying with the seen and feel seen, essentially that is the beginning of a relationship, that you respect each other and you try to be helpful to each other in different ways. But there's a second interesting thing, which is maybe a bit philosophical, but I was in a workshop at the hackathon the other day, and I worked together with this brain scientist who said, Stefan, the way the brain works, we are basically creating a interpretation of everything all the time. If you look at it, how actually science tells us the brain works, we don't exist, we become. Which really sort of hit me as like, this is very interesting. And if you start thinking about how do we create the conditions for us to become, it means there has to be a longing for something. I think I know some people that very clearly know their purpose and their drive. And you can tell that their signature is in everything they do, just like you can see with some brands. So in that way, you could go back to the North Star and the purpose and say that gives us the drive. But there is another lens to it, which there's a scientist working on, identifying if AI can replace sort of fundamental human consciousness. Like, can we actually create an AI that works the same as the human mind for real? And what he found is that the AI models that we are now interacting with, they're built like an onion from the outside in, but they don't have a core. And a onion in nature is grown out of a little seed that became something that then adds on layers. That inside is the thing that makes it special. And there's something interesting in that, to kind of think about, what do we have in us as humans that makes us unique, that maybe we need to find. Maybe we need to give it a chance to come out. I believe that it's in the act of service and helping each other and collaborating that we every day have a chance to become what we were somehow meant to be. Maybe, I mean, that's for me a very beautiful way to think. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on, but if we all commit to the possibility that we could become something better and that we are important to each other, and it's by actually focusing on what matters and on each other that we can create new possibilities, that gives a different twist to us imagining what the future could be. And I think that's what I enjoy at the moment, to think about how can we make that real, so that doesn't just become a conceptual thing, but that we actually build experiences that allow people to find their